Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now it is super bright outside and I gotta have my shades on, just like that song. Your future's so bright you gotta wear shades, right? It is, it's bright, it's hopeful. I'm grateful and blessed today to bring you this message from my pickup truck. I'm pickup preaching. So let me be your pickup preacher for a second here. Now December 1st, we're in a new month, you guys. We're in a new month. December can be a hard month for some of us. And you know what? We're going to get through it. So the thoughts that come before having a slip are often largely subconscious. It is a question whether or not our subconscious minds ever become entirely free from the alcoholic thoughts as long as we live. For instance, some of us dream about being drunk when we were asleep, even after several years of sobriety in the program. During the period of our drinking days, our subconscious minds have been thoroughly conditioned by our alcoholic way of thinking, and it is doubtful if they ever become entirely free of such thoughts during our lifetime. But when our conscious minds are fully conditioned against drinking, we can stay sober, and our subconscious minds do not bother us. Do not often bother us, okay? So am I conditioning my conscious mind? Am I having good thoughts? Stinking thinking is no good. It's got to go. So meditation for today, December 1st. Having sympathy and compassion for all those who are in temptation, a condition that we are sometimes in. We have a responsibility towards them, you know. Sympathy always includes responsibility. You see, pity is useless because it does not have a remedy for the need. But wherever our sympathy goes, our responsibility goes as well. So when we are moved with compassion, we should go to the one in need and bind up their wounds as best as we can. So the prayer for today is this. I pray that I may have sympathy for those in temptation, and I pray that I may have compassion for others' trials. So if you caught my video from earlier today, I was talking about God's will for us, but today we're going to be talking about working with others. Okay, so I have a few pages of our big book picked out, some of my favorites, and we're going to be talking about putting it into action. Okay, so on awakening, let us think about the 24 hours ahead, right? We consider our plans for the day. Yep, as we consider our plans for the day, before we begin, we ask God to direct our thinking, especially asking that it be divorced from self-pity, dishonesty, and self-seeking motives, okay? So we are reading in the Into Action, page 86 of the big book. So under these conditions, we can employ our mental faculties with assurance, for after all, God gave us brains to use, didn't he? Our thought life will be placed on a much higher plane when our thinking is cleared of wrong motives. So in thinking about our day, we may face indecision. We may not be able to determine which course to take. Highlight this. Here we ask God for inspiration and intuitive thought and or a decision. We relax and we take it easy. We let go and we let God. We don't struggle. We are often surprised how the right answers come to us after we have tried this for a while. And what used to be the hunch or the occasional inspiration gradually becomes a working part of our mind. Being still inexperienced and having just made conscious contact with God, it is not probable that we are going to be inspired all of the time. But we might pay for this presumption in all sorts of absurd actions and ideas. Nevertheless, we find that our thinking will, as time passes, be more and more on the plane of inspiration. We'll spiritually mature, right? And we'll come to rely on that. So we usually conclude the period of meditation with a prayer that would be shown all throughout the day that our next step is to be, that we be given whatever we need to take care of such problems. We especially ask for freedom from self-will and are careful to make no requests for ourselves only. And we ask for ourselves, however, if others, it will be helped too. So we are careful never to pray for our own selfish ends. Many of us have wasted a lot of time doing this, and it doesn't work. You can easily see why. So as we go through the day, we pause when agitated or doubtful, and we ask for the right thought or the action. So our step 12 is going to bring us into a practice of trying to help other people and bringing this, as we've had a spiritual awakening, bringing this message to other alcoholics and addicts and people who are hopeless, right? We bring it to them. So in order for us to bring it to them, we got to practice this ourselves. So there is action and more action, and faith without works is dead. Now we are going to talk about step 12 in depth in our next video. God bless you guys.